Hello and a very, very good evening. My name's Sean Ryan and you are, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show that's been running now for 8 years. And every Tuesday night we bring you the best deals in the cruise industry. Tonight we've got savings of over £1,000. And here to tell us all about that, I've not seen him for a while. Glenn, nice to see you.
How are you, old boy? You good?
No, hey, listen, old boy.
It's been that long, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've not seen you since, I think it's before Christmas.
Yeah, well, normally January, February, obviously, for the whole travel industry is our busiest time, so they wouldn't let me out the office. And then, so they said, yeah, you can come back in, so I'll start again now. So, yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, Glenn, you actually work in the Planet Cruise office, so you're one of the guys taking the calls and giving advice,
I am,
aren't you?
yeah, I was there, yes, in the office taking the calls, and I'll be back first thing tomorrow morning. So, so they let me out for a night for good behaviour. But, yeah, we work in the office dealing with all the cruises.
But prior to that, you actually worked on the cruise ships as well,
yeah,
didn't you?
I did 10 years on the ships, so various different cruise lines around the world, and based over in the Med, the Caribbean, down in Australia, so I've been quite fortunate. And then we had the baby last year, so that was the end of my cruising industry, so I have to go back and work in the office now. But I love it. I love it, and it's really, really good. And we also still get to go out on the ships as well and see different places. But again, guests phone in all the time, and you know, at least we've got that knowledge to pass on to them and let them know about what ships to go on.
And you told me earlier, a lot of your team, they've been out on numerous ship visits recently, so they're really up to date.
Yeah, as I said to you, January, February, March is a bit of a really, really busy time. So from April onwards, that's when the ships invite us all on board. I was in Amsterdam on Sunday on one of the river cruises, which we'll talk about a little bit later on. A lot of the guys are going out on the new Royal Caribbean ships, Carnival Vista, and a lot of the ships. So they go out on the ships to see them, because obviously if we're passing that information, it's good to see the product.
Of course
live.
it is.
So that's what we do now.
I'm getting envious.
I know. It's not a bad job.
It's not. Now, anyway, we've got an amazing show tonight. 6 deals to tempt you with, and some fantastic price reductions as well.
Really, really good ones.
But we're going to start off with P&O on board the Oceana, and it's an amazing 40-night cruise for under £730. It's a cracker.
They're doing some really, really good deals, P&O, at the moment. And again, if you can go for 14 days, when you work out that price per day, it's about £50. It's a brilliant, brilliant price.
And it's cruising out of Venice as well, looking at France, Croatia, Italy. But anyway, we'll tell you about the itinerary in a second, but we're going to take you on board right now with our lovely Keith.
At just 77,000 tonnes, P&O Cruises Oceana may not be the biggest in the fleet, but she certainly packs a mighty punch. Fresh from her recent refitting, she was extensively and expensively refurbished and looks absolutely beautiful. Oh. You know, as a proud Englishman, the centre of my universe has always been my local pub. And on P&O, you really won't go wrong by visiting this beautiful yacht and compass nautically themed pub, which serves up a healthy selection of Britain's best. On top of that, you can really live the high life on this ship with the bubbles of the Magnum Champagne bar, or dancing into the wee hours in the chic Le Club. Whether you choose the more traditional fixed dining of the Adriatic or the freedom dining of the Ligurian, both restaurants serve up consistently delicious food from an ever-smiling army of knowledgeable waiters. For those who prefer their dining al fresco, then why not try a super tender steak at the Horizon Grill on Deck 14? You guarantee great taste and even better views. Or pop along and let Marco Pierre White dazzle your taste buds at Café Jardin. Friendly and interactive, as well as diverse, Oceana offers many entertainment options, from the high-rolling fun of the Monte Carlo Club to the cabaret and comedy of Starlights. You can pop along to the atrium for a classical recital, or head here for a pint and watch your favourite team in the Winners Sports Bar. And then, after a great meal, go to the Footlights Theatre, where you'll be hard-pressed to believe that you're not actually sitting in the West End. Stylish and inviting, Oceana's cabins come in all shapes and sizes, from spacious and fully equipped suites like this, offering a host of extra special touches, to mini suites, balcony cabins and standard inside or outside cabins. But all come with a host of mod cons and the daily steward service, plus the all-important tea and coffee making facilities. Because if you're like me, you can't even face the rest of the world without at least one cup of coffee.
Actually, it takes me 2 cups of coffee to get. Now, Glenn, we were just talking. It works out under £53 per person per night, doesn't it?
Exactly.
You can't even get like a half-decent
local hotel for that price.
You can't, can you?
And remember, that also includes your flights.
Of course.
So you've got your flights, your transfers, a 14, and it's a great introduction to the Mediterranean as well. You've got some really, really strong ports of call, which we'll talk about, and the P&O service on there as well.
And if you were staying in just a, a hotel in the UK, you wouldn't get breakfast, lunch, evening meals, all of your snacks.
Entertainment.
No.
All the service that you get.
I mean, it's an amazing, it really is a sensational offer on this one. Anyway, you're going to some lovely places, so let's see them. So we're flying over to Venice. I know you're going to talk more about Venice at the end, aren't you?
Yeah, we will do. We'll talk about Venice at the end, but again, as I said, flying into there and you'll join the ship straight away, because that's the way P&O package it up altogether. Obviously, transfers included on that one. And then from there, you're going into Zadar in Croatia. Now, Croatia's really exploded with the cruise lines at the moment, so you've got Dubrovnik and Split and various different ports. This is a lovely, lovely place to go and see. Not quite as popular as some of the other destinations, so a little bit quieter as well. Good opportunity to walk around the old town, some beautiful, beautiful places to go and see there as well.
Now you've got Day at Sea next, and I love days at sea because the ships are so fantastic.
Well, it's a good chance to go and see the ship, isn't it? Relax and experience the facilities on board. So it's a nice opportunity to do that.
And hopefully just do a bit of sun maybe.
Exactly, yeah. And then from there you're going to go down into the south of France. So you go all around the bottom of the Choux in Italy, and then into Marseille, down into the south of France. Now, if I were you on this one, you can do a tour there, but it's lovely just to walk around Marseille, just to chill out, relax, maybe sit back, have a cup of coffee, and do a bit of people watching as well. And as I said, maybe with the money that you want to spend on the tours, do that later on some of the bigger ports are called. Marseille is a nice chill-out port, beautiful place to stay.
I agree. Where next then?
Into Ajaccio in Corsica. Again, docked there many, many times myself. Birthplace of Napoleon, so a lot of the statues obviously feature Napoleon there as well. Again, when you make your way out the port area, down to the left-hand side, past the shops, the various outside cafes. If the weather's good like this, it's going to be in the Mediterranean. You can just, again, chill out and relax, because, as I said, it's a nice, easy introduction into the actual cruise itself.
Now, day 7, a chance to visit Rome, of course.
Yeah, then we're going into one of the big ports of call, as I mentioned. Now, Civitavecchia, people think you're going to dock right outside the Colosseum or the Vatican. You're not. You're docking in Civitavecchia. So approximately an hour and a half transfer for there. Some people do decide to take the train. Just make sure you're back on time for the ship. Other people take the tours, which I would advise. And again, at Planet Cruise, we do have our concierge team that can do that for you. One of the tours I really recommend is Rome on your own. So it will take you straight into Rome, and then you've got the opportunity to go and see all the different places: Colosseum, Vatican, Trevi Fountain, Pantheon, and loads of things to see.
It is an amazing city.
And you're not going to do it in one day, but this is what cruising does. It gives you a little taster, and then you might go back for a longer weekend.
I did a lot of it in a day.
yeah, it's a long old day. Make sure you get your trainers on and you've got plenty of water with you on that one.
Where next, though?
Then down into Genoa, again, one of the Italian ports of call. Again, nice opportunity here to go into the aquarium, walk around the old town, maybe go off to Portofino, and the beautiful pastel colours there, Portofino and that Santa Margherita. Lovely area down there of Italy as well. But again, a lot of people in Genoa, because you've had Rome the day before, they're quite tired. They tend to just wander around the back streets of Genoa, and as I said, definitely a trip to the aquarium. It's one of the best in Europe.
Now, a choice on day 9, because you're at the port of Livorno, and you can either go to Florence or Pisa.
Or do both.
Yes.
Exactly.
If you've got the energy.
Again, Livorno's nice. There's not a great deal there, I'll be honest with you, so I would recommend doing either Florence and Pisa or combining the tour. So Pisa's about 40 minutes away, and obviously you get a chance to go to the Leaning Tower, as you can see there. If not, go into Florence itself. Into Florence, have a walk around the Duomo, the Ponte Vecchia. But as I said, they do a combination tour where they do the Pisa in the morning and Florence in the afternoon. And again, it's magnificent to see both of those. And of course, for your pictures on Pisa, it's one you've got to stand there pushing it back up. That's what everybody does there at the Leaning Tower.
I think the tour that I did, it went to Pisa and then Lucca.
Lucca's beautiful as well, yeah. Again, if you've done Florence is very, very busy, obviously, so if you want a bit of a change, Lucca's fantastic.
Lucca was fantastic. That's what I did. And then a day at sea again, chill out, relax, enjoy that fabulous ship with all the great entertainment and food. And we're making our way to Naples.
Now, Naples, you're going to have a major problem in Naples. You need to decide what to do because you're only there for one day. Again, one of our managers went over there for a honeymoon last year and she couldn't decide and she was there for a week. Now, again, with Naples, you can go into Naples. That's the birthplace of the pizza, so you can try the pizza there. If not, you can try Pompeii, which is definitely worth a visit. Make sure you do that with a guide because they bring Pompeii to life. You've got Vesuvius, which obviously destroyed Pompeii. You can go over to the island of Capri, which does get very, very busy in the summer, but that's magnificent, and Anna Capri as well. Or again, as I said, you can just wander around, or maybe even go up the Amalfi Coast and Sorrento. So again, with that one, taster, pick one of the destinations, and then maybe you'll have to go back for a longer weekend.
And then a day at sea, and over to... You get to see a lot on this one, don't you?
Do a lot on this one, you do, yeah. And then Dubrovnik, one of my favourite destinations there. So the old walled city of Dubrovnik, completely destroyed in the war, and you can see there it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So a beautiful building. Again, depending, you either dock left side where you're tender in, or you dock right side where you'll take the shuttle buses in. But again, with this one, you can walk the walled cities or go down into the restaurants and bars, chill out, relax on the last day of your holiday. But again, very, very nice one.
Say last day of the holiday, you've actually got an overnight on board in Venice.
Well,
to
we go back
off,
into Venice,
yeah.
so that's the last port. But again,
Yeah.
with Venice, you have got the overnight there. And again,
See, I think that's good, don't
it's
you?
fantastic, because a lot of people, with some of the cruises, they go back into Venice and fly home that day. But this one, first of all, the sailing is one of the best sailings in the world. You've got St Mark's Square, beautiful opportunity, of course, to see the canals of Venice. When you make your way into Venice for the day, you'll get lost. Wherever you go, every time you go in one of the back streets of Venice, you'll get lost. But it's a great place to go and get lost in Venice.
The last cruise that I was on that visited Venice, I was only there for a short amount of time, and I thought, oh, I wanted to stay longer.
Yeah, yeah.
You get the opportunity here to actually spend overnight on board.
Overnight
and then
on
I'm afraid it is time to come home, isn't it?
It is, unfortunately. But again, you think what you've seen in the Mediterranean there, that's a great introduction to that part of the world. And as I said, we talked about your flights, your transfers, and the cruise included for about £53 a night.
Well, amazing value. We do think this one's going to go quickly tonight. It's only 729. That's your return flights from London. We've also got Birmingham, Manchester on certain dates, just for a small supplement. All your transfers are included, and it is amazing value at under £53 per person per night. It's got its own ID number 97633, and here's the pricing, by the way, for some of the other staterooms that are available. We've already sold out of all the outsides on the April dates, but everything else is currently available. What's nice, you can even go for the May date and still get it at the lead price.
See, I think that May date's perfect, because it's a little bit quieter in some of the destinations, especially places like Rome, which do get busy in the summer, but you know you're going to get good weather. So
Yeah,
looking at that, if I was looking at that one, May would be the one I'd probably go
same
for.
here, actually. But remember, you can give us a call on that free phone number, 020 369 69457. Glenn, I know you'll know the answer to this. What time the phone line's open till tonight?
The guys will be there till 10:30, but normally we're stuck in there till a bit later on,
Yeah.
and then we're back in at 8 o'clock in the morning.
If you're busy, you do stay, don't you?
We just sometimes we camp out.
Now, an amazing cruise coming up next with Thomson. And what is so nice, we've got a fantastic price on the 20th of December. Glenn spotted this one, so you could be away for Christmas.
This is your Christmas cruise. So if you're not sure what to do, you're fed up with the weather, and you really want to get away for Christmas, why not go over to Dubai and have some all-inclusive drinks?
Well, this is the Thomson celebration. You could be on board here either Christmas or in the new year, in January, even February, of course, as well. But imagine Christmas Day.
I'll tell you what people love with Thomson's. There are all different cruise ships out there to suit everybody's needs. But the people that book Thomson's tend to go back time and time again. They love the crew. That's a big selling point that we get the comments on. Now, this one as well, included on this one is all-inclusive drinks. You've got your tips and service charge on there as well. And you think what you're paying for this over in Dubai for Christmas or later on in the year. Again, another good comment we get with this one is the entertainment on board as well. They really enjoy the shows on board Thomson. But again, you've got spa facilities on there to relax and take it easy. You've got the staff looking after you all the time. And being a British ship as well, they're geared towards the British market. So you're over in that part of the world, but they will look after you. Food, drink on there is exceptional, and as I said, all your drinks are included with the package that we have there.
Wow, so you're actually getting a free upgrade to outside. This isn't for an inside, this is for an outside, and you're getting the free drinks as well. And if you are going over Christmas time, you might be having one or two drinks.
One or two drinks, and you think that's it all paid for. You've paid your money, you've got it all included on there for you. The only thing you've got to do is pay a little bit extra for the tours if you want to do anything in the ports. But as I said, really good ship, and as I said, the entertainment gets great feedback.
I mean, it is amazing value. And I've yet to go over to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but it really is on my bucket list. And I suppose, what the great thing is as well, this time of year, December, January, February, you're going to have great weather, aren't you?
The weather's going to be great as well. Yeah, as I said, really good over there. And as I said, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, those sort of places now are becoming so popular now.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's take you there. So,
let's take us there.
Yes, your flight is from the UK to Dubai, as we mentioned. You're transferred from the port, and you've got a 7-night cruise.
Exactly. This one is a nice one. So you're going to be making your way overnight on flight from Dubai into Dubai, transfer to the ship itself, and then your first port of call is going to be in Doha in Qatar. Now, Now, again, very, very popular destination that are becoming amazing cities. Again, you've seen about the skyscrapers in these different places. Qatar is second to none. Beautiful opportunity to go the Museum of Islamic Art. You've got the lovely Corniche as well, so you can walk along the Corniche there, taking in the city, and you'll see it up and coming with all these skyscrapers they have. It's an amazing view there as well, and also a stop at the Grand Mosque as well.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely worth a visit there as well. But as I said, you've got modern meets old in Qatar, so very, very interesting.
Now, a day at sea, you'll be taking advantage of that free drinks package, I'm sure. You'll be sunbathing. You'll be...
I'll tell you what's good with this one, Sean, as well. The actual sailing as well, you'll get some great views when you're making from these ports. So you think, you sit on the back deck, you know the weather's going to be good, you're drinking as well, and it's a nice opportunity to take
I really fancy this one, I do. So where's next after
Then we're going to Muscat. Again, another very popular destination. As I said, many people haven't been there before, but it is an amazing place to go and see. Again, another opportunity to go to another one of the Grand Mosques. You've got the Kurum Beach, which is beautiful as well. And a lot of people tend to take the boat tours here as well. People say, well, we've just been on a ship, why would we get on a boat? Because you'll go right into some of the nooks and crannies, into the small coves there, and again, some amazing opportunities to see that. But as I said, you've got the Grand Mosque is another visit there in Muscat. Then from there we go on to Khor Al Fakan, which again is another destination which if you've not been to before. So again, this one you're a chance to go down into the sea of the skyscrapers, the modern city there, but again step back into the old as well. More mosques to go and visit as well. You've also got a chance to go scuba diving, more water-based trips there as well, and also very, very popular for the tourists to go down into the fish market. So that's quite a nice place to pop down to as well.
Now, a place I really want to visit is, of course, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, so if you look at the first few ports of call, again, they are more your sightseeing places to go and see the more old style. When we're going to Abu Dhabi and Dubai, we step right into the modern age, and again, that's where the playgrounds is. So again, that's what people want to see. You can still do a little bit of cultural sightseeing, but again, if you want to do something a bit different, you've got the Water World, which is one of the biggest water parks in the world, if you fancy doing that. You've got the observation deck at 300, so you've got one of the high skyscrapers. Amazing, amazing views there as well. You've also got the Ferrari World, so if you're into your motor racing, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, again, you get the opportunity to go down there.
I think a lot of our viewers watching that, I would.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's so massive now anyway.
Yeah.
But again, it's nice because the first few ports of call were, as I said, a little bit older, cultural. This is more modern.
And then you're actually in Dubai overnight.
Yeah, overnight in Dubai, which again, as I said, people say, well, do we get off the ship? No, you use it as a hotel. So literally you can come and go as you want. Into the sand dunes of Dubai, loads and loads of things to do here. You can pop to Atlantis, the Palms, and try one of the hotels, the water slides there. You can go into Dubai Museum. Again, if not, maybe take the opportunity to go out into the sand dunes as well. Lots of different excursions there. Maybe even have a night in one of the Bedouin tents as well. And the one I would recommend, if you're not going to just sit on the beach, as I said, you've got the water parks there as well, is to actually go on one of the Jeep safaris in the sand dunes, and that's what a lot of people do. And other people also do a bit of snowboarding as well, so they've got everything there. But
because I've heard some amazing things about Dubai.
In Dubai, you need 3 or 4 days minimum. You've just got the overnight, so you've got to work out what you want to do, but definitely try and get out to those sand dunes at that point and try maybe one of the Jeep safaris. But again, make sure the credit card's charged up.
Incredible shopping.
Incredible. And as I said, they say it's cheaper, but obviously it's very, very high end, so you will spend a few quid on the old credit card. But
do you know that I'm sad to say the only time I've visited Dubai, it was actually the airport.
Yeah.
And even that was amazing.
Exactly. But this is lovely, so as I said, a really good opportunity to go to this part of the world with a British cruise ship.
Now, this is such great value tonight, and Thomson are always one of our top sellers, as you know.
They are very, very popular, yeah.
So first of all, if you book tonight, you are going to get a free upgrade from inside to outside, so you've got all of that natural light coming into your cabin, and you're also going to get a free upgrade to all-inclusive. And I don't want to sound like I'm glorifying alcohol and things, but most of us do enjoy a drink on a holiday, and that could actually save you so much money. It means you don't worry about a bill at the end.
If you look at that price, that leading price at $759, okay, you're on an 8-day cruise, think what you'd spend. People know what the prices of drinks are on the cruise ship. Yeah. Then remember, you've got your flights to Dubai included in that price as well, so that's within the $759.
Then, as Glenn just said, return flights based on London, Gatwick, Birmingham, or Glasgow, depending on departure date. And the itineraries, they vary just a little bit depending on which date you choose there. Oh, and also the great thing with Thomson, as many of you regulars will know, all tips and service charges are included. Now, I bet you're going to think, I bet the Christmas date's going to be really off the scale, and it's not. It's under £1,000.
Under £1,000 for an outside cabin, so you get the window view there as well. You get your flights, you get your drinks package, tips, and you get to see this part of the world. And it's a nice way to spend Christmas.
And some lovely prices there throughout January and February. I'm really tempted with that because the 20th of December is also my birthday. So,
there you go. See,
yeah, it's my 30th birthday.
Yeah. Three times over. Yeah.
3 times over. Now, we're going to move on now to 5-star modern luxury with the Celebrity Eclipse, a company that I've cruised with now 5 times. And
you like Celebrity, don't you?
I do. But I've loved every cruise I've done. And I've cruised, I think I've been with 10 different companies now. Yeah.
Have you?
Anyway.
You tend to like Celebrity, though. You do tend to go back there quite a lot, don't you?
Yeah, cruising a lot. But this is a cruise from Southampton, and Planet Cruise have a great relationship with...
The Meon Valley.
Yeah.
The Meon Marriott.
You get a great price, and in fact, I've got a clip of film featuring my twin brother to tell you more. Planet Cruise have a great partnership with the Marriott Meon Valley 4-star hotel here in Southampton. Bed, breakfast, free car parking, transfers to and from the port are actually all included. Now, I arrived earlier yesterday. I had someone take care of my bags. I went for a swim. I had the most amazing night's sleep, and I've just finished off a hearty breakfast. And now, with my car safely parked, I'm about to take the chauffeur-driven shuttle to Southampton Port, which is a mere 12 miles away. And then when my cruise is over, they'll drop me off here and I can drive safely home. Do a lot of our customers take advantage of that special deal?
They do. I think a lot of people don't sort of know about it enough, and they think, oh, we'll just pay for the parking. But if you pay a little bit extra, you get an extra night of your holiday, you get bed and breakfast, nice hotel, you can relax and chill out. The car's parked there for you and you get taken to the port. It's
great, and there's nothing worse than being stressed on the day of your cruise. And imagine if you're stuck in traffic and you're thinking...
I'll tell you what the real benefit is. If you do a longer cruise from Southampton, when you're doing a 14 or 2, that's when you get the real benefit of it, because obviously your parking's going to be a lot more expensive. But it's a nice way to add an extra day onto your cruise, bit of luxury before you start. Yeah, exactly.
And they really look after you, they really do. Good. Anyway, let's give you an idea of what life's going to be like with Celebrity. Have a look at this. I've been on, like I said, 5 Celebrity cruises. I've actually been on this exact ship, and I can honestly say every aspect of Celebrity is outstanding. They've won numerous awards, haven't they?
They have, yeah. And again, with the guests that phone us up, when they've booked a Celebrity cruise, I'll be very honest with you, they tend to want to book again and again with Celebrity. So that sort of tells you how good the service is on there. I
think you often start, cruising on a 4-star cruise, and that 4-star cruise is amazing, but once you've gone to that 5-star...
I would always recommend people that are starting cruising experience different ships.
Yeah,
because, it's nice to see different products that are out there. But again...
And we all like different things, of course.
Exactly, and everyone suits their own needs. But I think once you go on to... Very rarely do we have anyone come back and say, oh, we prefer some... They tend to go with Celebrity all the time. And I said, well, you've been on it 5 times, so,
And just things like, outside, the lawn club, that's real grass, by the way. And I don't know when they ever cut it. You never see them cutting it. It's always immaculate.
I'll tell you what else a lot of people like. They tend to upgrade a lot to the, a balcony, and then we sort of say to them, the Aqua Class, when you've got the blue restaurant on there, that is something a little bit special, and that's worth its money alone. So again, that's something, if you can go up to the Aqua Class and go to that blue restaurant, and again you get your spa room with that as well. It's beautiful.
And the entertainment, I always go to every show, generally speaking, because I've seen many West End shows and Broadway shows, but the standards with Celebrity, they put a lot into the shows.
They do, and as I said, I think generally the experience they have on Celebrity is second to none. As I said, the feedback we get is excellent, and they have such a diverse area. They go around the world, and they do a lot of Alaska. So again, if the cruise coming up is not for you, you maybe want to go further afield. They do around the world, so that's some great ships.
But beautiful ships, outstanding service, everything. There was email me a survey afterwards, and I score virtually everything 10 always.
Yeah, exactly.
I really do.
Exactly.
So that's a little taster of what life is like on board. But let's show you we're going to be cruising too, because I adore the Norwegian Fjords. I've actually done this itinerary twice now, and it is amazing. From Southampton, as I mentioned, first day at sea to explore the ship. And it's over to Bergen, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a lovely itinerary because, I did 3 years working on the ships up in Norway, so I know the port.
Did you?
I've been up to North Cape and Spitsbergen and I think we went off the other side and all sorts of places. But the nice one with this one is you normally have a 7-day cruise. Normally they do 7 days cruise. This is 8 days. They've had an extra port in on this one for you as well.
Nice.
Nice to have the sea day to start with. People need to understand with Norwegian cruising, the actual ports of call you go to are very small hamlets. There isn't much that goes on until the cruise ships arrive. The best bit about the cruising in the fields is the actual cruising itself through the fields.
Oh, I agree
that is the
entirely.
most beautiful. So get up in the morning for breakfast, at night time, on the back deck, glass of wine, sailing through these fjords. That's the most amazing part about the
And
fjords.
they are spectacular.
They are spectacular.
Aren't they?
And any time you go from, I mean, we've got this going a couple of times in April and August. April's fantastic because the snow is starting to melt, so the waterfalls are really, really strong there. August, you start going into the land of the midnight sun, so you can actually sunbathe at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And it is amazing to get all of that light.
It
so
is.
from Bergen over to Flom, you've got to do the Flom Railway.
Now,
haven't
Flom
you?
Railway itself, Flom Railway is the actual port of Flom is about as big as my lounge. There's about 3 buildings there. It's not very big. You've got to do the railway in Flom, and again, the cruise line will do that for you. We can do the railway for you with Planet Cruise, but the railway will take you right up through on the rail track there. Amazing views. It's like stepping into a fairyland. And if the weather's beautiful, you'll get some great, great views up there as well. And at the top, you get a chance to have some waffles and coffee, and then they bring you back on the train as well. The Flom Railway is the biggest attraction in Norway. So if you want to do that, that's one you need to do.
Honestly, it is the most breathtaking journey.
And you can see the pictures there. They are the pictures that you'll see. And in the end, as I said, you'll just continually see these beautiful sceneries. And as I said, it's amazing.
And then Geiranger is next, isn't it?
Geiranger, yeah. Geiranger, and got Geiranger Fjord as well.
Was my pronunciation not quite there?
It was there. It was there. But again, this one is an amazing sailing. This is what I was saying to you with the sailing there as well. Now, with this one here, you've got 2 sides of the fjord itself. So you've got the Eagle's Bend and you've got Dalsnabba. Dalsnabba's the highest point here, and you go up to about 1,500 feet. Amazing views down onto the ship. Eagle's Bend Road has got 13 bends, and I've actually run that from the ship over on a tender and then run that 4 times for charity.
Have
on
you?
The ships. Yeah, and then I was hospitalised for a couple of days afterwards. I was shattered. It's all right going down, it's not so good going up. And all the guests used to go past me on the coach and never give me a hand. But they're the views from Dalsnabba. They're the views you'll get. So again, if the views are great, you'll get some amazing, amazing views there of the fjord. And then from there into Allison. Allison and Stavanger are both very, very small ports of call. Again, with this one in Allison, I suggest one of the scenic tours, just to take you around the actual town itself. Small little hamlets, little stave churches they have there as well, and a nice little picturesque town. Stavanger's a little bit more lively, quite a lot of bars and restaurants on here. Good chance to do some shopping, maybe at the end of the cruise as well. And literally the bars and restaurants are just as you come out the port area. But a very, very nice cruise. 2 highlights there, definitely, Flom and Geiranger.
And then a final day at sea, and then back to Southampton. Do you know, the last day at sea, honestly, so much happens. So, you know, not a second is wasted on your cruise. Now, what is really good about this one, we were looking at the price earlier, $859, it's a really nice price. But if you go for an Ocean View above, you get the free classic drinks package. Is that worth around about £40 a day?
Yeah, depending on the exchange, about £40 a day. So if you think what that is, and that's all your drinks on there,
Yeah.
all your, you know, your beers, your wines, your spirits, your cocktails, that's worth it alone. And again, from there, you've then got the cruise itself.
So do think about an Ocean View or Baltic, and you get free car parking if you go for Ocean View, and even a family of 4 can go away there from just $3,279. And drinks, just to remind you what the classics drinks package includes. All of your specialty teas, coffees, and they have beautiful coffees on board, by the way. Things like your bottled water, all of your selected beers, spirits, wines and cocktails. Huge selection there of alcoholic beverages. So all of that is included if you go for an Ocean View above.
And it is worth it. It's
Oh,
so
it
worth
is.
it. You think on those couple of sea days, even that. And again, sailing through the fields, sitting on the back deck, ordering a wine because you know it's included on there, just taking in the views. It's beautiful.
And then price-wise, you can see there, the inside starts at just $859, but really worth upgrading to Ocean View Balcony. I would say, particularly on a cruise like this, you want to see everything that's going on. So an Ocean View on a balcony, for me, is a real must.
I always push, I guess, if they can, to do the balcony, because when you're getting changed in the morning, it's nice to have the balcony there because that's some of the beautiful scenery you're going to see.
Now, is it picture time? It is.
It is picture time.
Yes, I like this part of the show. Oh, it's not him, is it, though? No, I like Keith.
Can't we get anyone else in these pictures?
Do you know the truth is, we ask your pictures, and Keith manages to kind of photobomb all of them. That's
Exactly, yeah.
But here he is, and he's with Mark and Ange on these celebrity clips. Actually, they look like
She looks like she's enjoying herself,
I
doesn't
know. I think she's enjoying Keith's company there.
I think she's had the all-inclusive drinks package.
She could have. But we'd love you to share your moments using the hashtag #PlanetCruiseCapture, and we'll feature our favourites on the show. But we were going to move on to our next cruise, but we've actually got Rob. You must know Rob.
I know Rob, yeah. Yep.
Because he's actually from the Planet Cruise call centre, and whenever this happens, we always know that a deal's
just popped up,
Yeah,
exactly.
So, Rob, are you there?
I am, guys. You okay?
Yeah, we're great, thank you. You?
Yeah, not too bad. We could have done with you in the office today, Glenn. We've been fairly busy.
Oh, have you, mate? Yeah, sorry, I've just been driving up here and doing the show. You know what it's
No,
like.
that's
Very
all right. Well, we've got a bit of a change from usual, because rather than the last-minute deals, we've actually got something for next year. So basically, we've got on the brand new cruise and maritime ship, the Columbus. Now, we've got 14th of June next year, 2017, 6 nights up to the Fjords from just $399 per person, in and out of Tilbury.
That's not bad, is it?
That's really $399, yeah.
60 quid at 65 quid a day.
And this is the newest ship to the Cruise Maritime fleet, yeah? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, so this will be going into service, obviously, by next year. This touches on Fjord, we've got Bergen, we've got Flam, amongst others as well. But like I say, no flights, nothing like that, literally in and out of the UK.
Very good.
Really
but
good
that
deal.
is for next year?
It's for next year, yeah. And Columbus, as I said, used to be the old Ocean Village. So I used to work
I used to work
on there for 5 years. And then we took it down to Australia. It was the Pacific Pearl. And then they announced about 2 weeks ago they were bringing the ship back to Cruise and Maritime.
Wow.
And then we've been talking to all our friends on Facebook, and everyone wants to go on it that worked on Ocean Village. So it'd be like a big reunion.
Ocean Village was massive, wasn't it?
It's huge. And I was just speaking to everyone, but that's the new ship with Cruise and Maritime, and that's a great deal.
Oh, brilliant. Well, Rob, thank you so much for that.
Not a problem, guys. Speak to you later.
And we'll get Glenn back as soon as possible to take the calls.
I'll be back in the morning.
Anyway, we've still got so much still to come on the show. We're going to move on now to Royal Caribbean, the first company that I actually cruised with. This is on board the Mariner of the Seas, and I tell you what, this is good, isn't it? This is Singapore.
This is really, really good value as well. I think when the people watching see the price on this one, it's an amazing deal.
Well, 11 nights, Singapore, Thailand and Malaysia as well. But it starts off with a 2-night stay in a handpicked 4-star hotel in Singapore. Now, amazing place.
What this is, Sean, this is one of our tailor-made packages that we put together for our guests. So, obviously, what we can do, we can fly you out 2 days before and put you in a 4-star hotel. If you want to go out a few days before that, we can do that. We just had a couple of extra days on. With Singapore, again, you've got amazing, that's Marina Bay Sands, which is fantastic, and the Botanical Gardens, which are something like out of a science fiction film, so you've got to go and see there. You've got a chance to go to Raffles Hotel, which will have a Singapore sling there. You've even got the opportunity to sort of do a bit of shopping, go over to Sentosa, go over to Universal, and the zoo, Singapore Zoo.
The zoo's amazing.
And you should do that at night time as well. So again, that's what I'm saying. Maybe add an extra night in or a couple of nights. You're in that part of the world. Why not try and do it for another extra couple of nights? It wouldn't be that much more money.
But I absolutely adored Singapore. I'll definitely be going back there at some point. But that's how you start your holiday. And then, of course, you embark this fabulous ship for a 7-night cruise. This is the sister ship that we're going to see from, correct, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to see, I think, the other ship on here, which I think is the Voyager. But obviously, we're going on the Mariner. It's the same ship, so the people on board will see exactly what they've got.
Now,
loads of facilities.
You saw the rock climbing wall there. I got halfway up. You don't have to do that.
Did you get stuck?
I did. My arms gave way.
The kids had to go and get you down.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing. But a beautiful ship. I love the main dining area, don't you?
Yeah, they're fantastic ships. I mean, Royal Caribbean really go above and beyond. I mean, they really are modern ships down there. Great food, great cuisine on there. The staff there are excellent.
That's Johnny Rockets,
That's
isn't
Johnny
it?
Rockets.
Yeah.
We do like a bit of Johnny Rockets. But again, if you don't fancy that, they've got fine dining on there as well. And they suit all ages. So again, they suit the children and the adults on board. And they really do cater for everybody.
that is what they're very good at. You see big extended families from the grandkids right the way up to the grandparents, everyone in between. Love the Royal Promenade. That's a real kind of like hub of the ship, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Right in the centre, that's where all your shops are. And of course, off from there, you've got the casino, you've got the entertainment. Amazing Broadway shows on there as well. Fantastic shows seen on board as well.
And the ice skating shows are really good, aren't they?
Yeah, these ships now are going, completely beyond what people have had before. And as I said, now the actual ships are becoming a destination in themselves.
I know we've got a really regular audience, and we love the fact that you all tune in. Some of you are sat there with a glass of wine. I know you're on a Tuesday. But it's always nice for new viewers to maybe book a first cruise as well.
And that's what I'm saying. Phone us in. We can always speak to you. Now and again, any of these deals that don't suit you, we can try and find something for you. There's something there for everybody.
Anyway, we'd better move on. So, where are we going to? We've been to Singapore.
We've been to Singapore. You're on board the ship. You've got a day at leisure, which is great on one of these ships, so you can experience all the facilities on board. And then from there, we're going to make our way down to Port Klang. Now, it doesn't sound very glamorous, but this is the gateway to go into Kuala Lumpur. I was there last year myself with one of the ships. And again, with this one, half an hour or 45 minutes into Kuala Lumpur, and that's the must visit. Go and see the Petronas Towers. Again, from there, you can go up the towers, you can actually go across the bridge. Beautiful views of the city there. If not, you can do some shopping, whatever you want to do there. But if you've never been to Kuala Lumpur before, make sure you go and see the Petronas Towers. If not, as I said, you can just make your way around and see some beautiful views there from Port Klang. From there, we're going to go then into Malaysia. We're going into Penang. Now, again, with this one, when we were there, great opportunity to go and see some superb temples, amazing, right up on the hillside there. Make sure your cameras and video cameras are ready. And also the other thing to do there is what a place called Penang Hill, which is the opportunity to go up on the funicular, which takes you to the top. And from there, that's where you've got the great views. But you can see there's some of the Buddha temples that they have there. We visited them, and it is beautiful, beautiful. And as I said, I always recommend maybe take a local guide with you, because they really will show you the best places to go and see. But very, very nice place in Malaysia. From there, we're going down onto a little bit more beachy, down into Langkawi in Malaysia as well. A couple of things to do here. You've got the fantastic cable car and the bridge. They've got the bridge across there as well. Not for the faint-hearted. Make sure you're okay with the heights on there.
Yeah, I did the cable car, and it was great.
Beautiful. When we were there, we just took all the crew down to one of the local beaches, and again, it's so cheap there. You can just sit and eat and drink and swim and just lap up. Beautiful beaches there as well. So if you've had a bit too much culture and you just want to relax and you're in that part of the world, just relax on one of the beaches. Fantastic.
And then we've got an overnight next, haven't we?
Yeah, down into Phuket, obviously one of the big destinations. Many people have been there before. And being the overnight, you've got lots of stuff to do there. So they've got some of the best beaches down in that part of the world. If not, when we were down there, we did the elephant trekking, so you can do a chance to go a bit of elephant trekking. You've got some of the boat trips there as well. I think we went over to James Bond Island, which is really, very spectacular, with the actual limestone stacks there, which is what that part of the world is famous for. Or, as I said, just jump in taxis, go to the local beaches, and as I said, very cheap over there, so you can eat and drink, relax, and go to paradise. But you've got 2 days there to experience as much as you can.
I think you look at this price.
It's an amazing price. You know, as I said, that would normally be the flights, but you've got all this included in it as well.
And then a final day at sea, back to Singapore, and your flights over to the UK. Let's just remind you what's included on this one. So return flights, they're based from London or Manchester, depending on lead dates. We've got some Manchester ones available as well. Also, don't forget, generally speaking with Planet Cruise, they will find you flights from most UK airports. Again, just ask us about that. You are going to get an extra 2 nights, don't forget, pre-cruise in that 4-star hotel in Singapore, and that overnight in Phuket as well. Really like that one. And the ID number, don't forget, every cruise has its own ID number. Just makes it easy for us to help you and easy for you to search this online. It's 103944. And price-wise, do you know what I was really impressed with, Glenn? The difference between interior and ocean view, very small.
Very small on there. And I think, you know, people always are looking at the pennies and they want to get the best deal. But you think what you've got included, that couple of nights stay in Singapore, flights included, that amazing cruise on there as well. And as I said, I would upgrade to the ocean view on there at $13.29 is lovely to get a little bit of light coming in as well. And if you really want to treat yourself, look at the price there for the balcony on the 3rd of March, $14.19. That's not a bad price.
And the thing is, if you've been on quite a few cruises, as you say, you work your way upwards sometimes.
Exactly.
You might even be looking at the suite tonight. So give us a call for that one. It's a free phone number, don't forget, 020-369-69457. Now, I like it when I see a saving. And this came in, and it's got a saving of £1,150.
And your eyes lit up, didn't they?
I was like, yeah, where do I book? How do I book? I rang that number, of course. I'll speak to Glenn. Seriously, if I can get enough holiday, I'm tempted with this one.
You quite fancy? We've been talking about this before the show started.
Yeah, never done the Baltics, and this is just. Anyway, look at the price. It's got to go fast. 879. Let's take her on board the Emerald Princess.
Emerald Princess is a Grand Class ship that entered service for Princess Cruises in April 2007. She's one of the largest ships in the Princess fleet. There are nearly 900 balcony staterooms from which to take in the colourful sunrise over the ocean. Leisurely days spent on board in the Piazza-style atrium are relaxing and entertaining, with the nearby International Cafe fulfilling your cravings for fresh salads and toasted paninis, or maybe even a glass of milk with fresh cookies. Whether you're getting refreshed with a workout in the fitness centre, or putting your feet up at movies under the stars, your experience on the Emerald Princess is sure to be an unforgettable one. So with so much going on board Emerald Princess, it's a good idea to get some inside information. And who better to ask than the cruise director, Kelvin.
How are you?
Very, very good. Thanks for coming along and talking to us.
Thank you.
Now, you've been, you know, what, 15 years with Princess?
Princess, 15 years. I joined actually the Sun Princess, which is a smaller ship than the Emerald, in 1998.
What can people expect the first time they come on board Emerald Princess?
Well, there's a huge variety. We have singers, we have musicians, instrumentalists, magicians, comedians. Comedians are a big thing with the Brits. They seem to love them.
that.
But then,
Yeah.
of course, we have big production shows as well with our singers and dancers. You know, we offer, on this ship in particular, 4 big production shows.
And if someone was cruising on Emerald Princess for the first time, what can they expect?
Well, I think for the first time, I think they've got to open up their mind and, you know, really enjoy everything that the ship has to offer. Even try stuff that they may never have tried before, you know, with so many different activities and shows going on. Yeah, they really need to, I think, open up their mind, and I think they'll enjoy everything. Yeah.
Well, exciting time. Yeah, thank you very much, Kelvin.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Great to have you on board.
That was John there. Now, I only cruised with Princess for the first time last year, and I absolutely love them.
They're really, really good ships.
Oh,
Well,
amazing.
we've had the people from Princess came in a couple of weeks ago and were talking about, you know, next year and all the products and stuff like that. The Emerald this year are doing some amazing deals, some really, really good offers, and this is brilliant.
honestly, you are saving £1,150 off the brochure price. We're saving that because I'm very tempted with this one. Just need a bit more holiday allowance. So anyway, let's from Southampton, so nice and easy, and we're making our way over to the port of Zeebrugge.
Yeah.
To visit Bruges.
Zeebrugge's fine, you can go into, but
it's
I
nice.
really recommend making your trip into Bruges as well. Go for the
Agreed.
chocolates, the beautiful little canal they have in there, the old city, the swans on the lake, and then, as I said, you can really treat yourself in Bruges. But it's a lovely way to start the cruise,
It's a
but definitely go in there.
lovely place. I was there with my mum on a cruise a little while ago. It was gorgeous. And you can get chocolate anything, can't you?
Exactly, you can. Exactly,
really
yeah.
can.
And then from there, you've got a day at sea. So a nice opportunity to experience the ship. As I said, great food. You've got the movie Under the Stars, which they started on Princess.
Yeah.
A lot of facilities on there, which is great. Then into Copenhagen. Now, Copenhagen's a lovely destination. You'll dock in the main port area. 10-minute walk, you'll get down to the Little Mermaid, which is obviously a place to go and see. From there, into the actual canal part of Copenhagen itself. Maybe a trip into Tivoli Gardens, or maybe some of the bars and restaurants, the pastel-coloured houses there. Very good city, buzzing city there as well. And as I said, very popular start to the Baltic cruise. But these Baltic cruises now are becoming so popular.
Yeah,
They really are popular
Do you
now.
think this one will really fly tonight?
It will fly because of the
Yeah,
price. It's
yeah.
a really fantastic deal. From there, you've got a day at sea again, then into Stockholm in Sweden. Now, again, a couple of things to do there. I would really recommend going to the Vasa Museum. That's the old ship that they've brought up. A bit like the Mary Rose.
yes,
but,
yeah.
Amazing they've done, and the full reconstruction there into the museum. The other opportunity is to go down into the ABBA Museum. That opened about 18 months ago. So if you like your Mamma Mia and you want to go and see it, they've actually recreated
I've heard it's really
a bit
good.
like what the Rolling Stones did. You know,
Yes.
ABBA have done that over in Stockholm, so that is magnificent to go and see that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Then you go into Tallinn. Now, Tallinn I always have as a bit of a chill-out day. The old cobbled streets there, all the locals dress up in the traditional costumes because you've got St. Petersburg the next day. So maybe just take it a little bit easy in Tallinn before you go into St. Petersburg itself.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's move on to St. Petersburg, because you are there overnight on board. And again, you know, this is on my wish list. I'm dying to go there.
People get a little bit worried about St. Petersburg with visas. Now, remember, to get off the ship in St. Petersburg, you have to be on an organised tour, a private tour, or to organise your own visa. I wouldn't recommend your own visa, so do it with the ship or book a private tour. And again, we have tours for them. 4 main things to see in St. Petersburg: Peterhof Palace, Catherine's Palace, the Hermitage, the Art Museum, and of course the Church of the Spilled Blood. Again, they're the 4 main things to see. You've got that's the Church of the Spilled Blood there, which is amazing. That's still being renovated at the moment. Peterhof Palace and Catherine Palace are outside of St. Petersburg. So again, maybe do one day. That's Peterhof Palace. Stand on the little fountain there and get the picture of there. It looks like David Beckham's house. It's fantastic. That's Catherine's Palace as well. Another opportunity there. So do one day and one the other, and then tie it in with something else. And also, my missus always used to drag me to the ballet. Not my sort of thing, but if you want to go and see the ballet in Russia, again, that's another thing to tick off your
Again, I
list.
think I'd just like to see it, yeah.
That's what you're going to spend your money on. When you go to Russia, do the tours there, spend your money on there, and the other ports of call, you can sort of meander around and do what you want to do.
And then it's Helsinki, isn't it?
Helsinki's nice again. After St. Petersburg, make your way into town there. You've got the Rock Church, you've got the fish market there as well. Beautiful, clean city, lovely people. And again, as I said, you can just walk around there. And also the sailing in Helsinki is spectacular with all the little islands. So make sure you're up nice and early as you sail into Helsinki.
I think this is amazing, this one. I really do.
You've got another day at sea then, and then you go into Gdansk. Now, Gdansk is the only port of call that I haven't personally been into there. But again, it's becoming very, very popular with the cruise ships. You've got the old town there. You've got the Dolga Street, which is very, very popular with the shopping, the bars and restaurants. And again, do a lot of people watching there as well. Again, people think, well, why do we want to go to Poland? It's becoming very, very cosmopolitan there. But the highlights of this cruise, for me personally, St. Petersburg first, and then work back with Stockholm, and then from there. But a really, really great price. Good ship, brilliant at the Baltic.
And then final couple of days at sea, and then back to Southampton. Now, the price on this, I know I keep saying about price, but a lot of you are very astute. You want to get the best price you can. This is currently down to £879. That's better than half price. You are saving £1,150. The thing is, if you if you wait, you might think, oh, I'll put that in a few weeks. If this is really busy tonight, prices can go up.
Of course they will. It's supply and demand. So if you fancy it, you can get the time off. That's when you want to go. It's a brilliant, brilliant price.
Now, as we mentioned, because this is a 2-week cruise, if you stay at the Meon Valley Marriott the night before, you'll get free parking for 2 weeks. That's got to be worth a lot. You're going to be overnight in St. Petersburg. And the itineraries just vary rather depending on departure date. Let me get my teeth in that. Now, price-wise, what great prices. I mean, this is for June and July.
And people think about Russia and they think it's going to be freezing cold. It's a similar temperature to what we have in the UK. So June and July, I'd always say take a jumper with you, in case it changes. But it's going to be 20, 22 degrees, hopefully nice and sunny. Good opportunity to see Russia.
My friends went in January, not a good idea, but June and July, superb. The price starting at $879. If you go for the June date, you can get the ocean view, just £50 more as well. I think that is amazing, and thank you to Princess for giving us such a great price tonight. Now, our final offer tonight is actually a wonderful river cruise with Viking. You've just come back from river cruise, haven't you?
Yeah, we went,
jet setter.
Yeah, I'm so jet setter. We went to Amsterdam on Sunday for lunch. We got invited out by one of the river cruise lines. A couple of us went out. I know it sounds very glamorous, and but we went out for lunch to experience the river cruise because it's a pretty new product to Planet Cruise, and we wanted to go on and see what the difference is between ocean cruising and river cruising, and there is a difference. There is a difference. I think the feedback we're getting from people now is if they've been on a lot of cruises now, they want something a little bit more intimate, a little bit more personalised, and these river cruises are so popular, and Viking is the biggest company in the world for
again, it's something, I've been very lucky to be on, I think, about 22 cruises now, so it's something I do want to try. But anyway, let's just give you an overview of some of the great places that you're going to be visiting on this.
And I mean, these river cruises go, as I said, around the rivers of Europe. But if you think about an ocean cruise, if you're doing a transatlantic, or you could be in the middle of the ocean and not seeing anything. With these river cruises, you've got permanently moving pictures outside your room. So again, what you'll find a lot of people do is they just sit back on the top deck, glass of wine, and just taking the views, and you've constantly got something to see. Now, as I said, Viking, they do a lot of sponsorship and a lot of the TV programmes on many of the channels, and you'll see a lot of their river cruises. Now, this one is down on the Danube, so if that's one that you like, go for that one. If not, they do all the European rivers. They do as far afield as China, the Mekong. So if you want to do something a little bit different, I think we featured one on China a little while ago. Everything. So again, they're beautiful, beautiful cruises. 120 people on board.
Oh, so really intimate.
Really intimate.
Well, I'll tell you what, should we have a look? Do you want to have a quick peek? Here we go.
So again, when you're on these river cruises, as I said, you've got the different greater cabin, but they're so modern now. They're so light and airy.
I didn't realise that,
Yeah, and as I said, some people always say, so if we don't like the big ships now, we want it a little bit. Look at the quality on there. Look at the standard. As I said, it's different to what other people maybe haven't experienced before. But a lot of people on the top deck relax, sit on the sun lounger, and just take in the views. Service is excellent on there as well.
And I tell you what, I bet you meet lots of
it's very sociable
that become lifetime friends with.
Exactly, and they haven't got the big entertainment shows at night time. They bring on local acts from the different ports of call as well. It's a lot more immersed in the culture. But as I said, beautiful, beautiful ships. And as I said, food and drink on there is exceptional as well.
I bet it's really relaxing.
It's that's what we found on there as well. On a big ship, you're running around and trying to see as much as you can. This is just sitting back, relaxing, taking in the views.
And we should say so much is included. You get complimentary wine and beer and soft drinks with all of your meals, free Wi-Fi. You even get excursions in every port as well.
Yeah, so you get excursions in every port on this one as well. So on this one here, you're going to be visiting 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, which is fantastic on there as well. And again, the guides, with the groups that they take out, are very, very small, you know, so maybe 10, 15 people at a time. You've got your whispers as well, so when you're walking around, you can always hear the guide talking, and it's a lot more cultural experiences on there as well.
Well, do you want to see? So, great start to this.
Well, you've been to Budapest, haven't you?
I've been actually 3 times, yeah. Love just the architecture, love the water park.
Yeah.
Hot spa, and that is great. That's a lot of fun as well.
It is, and it's still, I think, quite reasonably priced over there as well.
It is.
So when you're
I was going to
out
say, shopping-wise, fantastic.
Yeah, really, really good. And as I said, you spend the day there, then you come back.
But it is a great place just to wander around. You know, lovely sort of outside restaurants and
beautiful.
cafes.
Yeah,
it's really
a bit of alfresco dining as well, which is really, really nice. So that's,
honestly, it's an amazing place.
And then from there, we're down into Vienna. Again, a great part of the world. Again, the chance to go into the opera house there, chance to move around. So a lovely opportunity in Austria. Beautiful old-style buildings, the castle and the cathedrals they have there as well. So very, very cultural. And as I said, all the tours that you do are included on this one. So spend maybe the morning with the guide and then go and explore in the afternoon. This is what gives you the freedom with these river cruises. From there down into Krems, also in Austria as well, you've got the Ascerten Castle, which is fantastic to go and see, and many other many other places to go and see in this part of the world. But as I said, some of the best bits of this will be your sailing in and out of these various villages and towns that you'll be visiting. Then down into Passau in Germany, again you've got St Stephen's Cathedral there as well. You've got the Old Town if you want to go down there, or of course being down in Germany, you might want to try one of the beer houses and try the local pretzels.
Yeah, definitely.
You've got to immerse yourself in the culture. I think one of these ports of call as well, you also get to do make the apple strudel as well, so you get the opportunity to do that sort of thing as well. That could be a highlight for many people. Then you're going into Regensburg again, down into Germany, another one of the old towns there. You've got the beautiful old stone bridge there as well, a stunning cathedral they have in this part of the world as well, and as I said, your guides will take you around. And then down into Nuremberg, obviously synonymous with World War II. You could offer the opportunity to learn a little bit more about the history of the Nazi rallies that were held there down in the documentation centre. You've got the castles there as well, so a nice German place to finish the river cruise on there for you.
And then, of course, you disembark, you're transferred to the airport, and you fly back to the UK. Now, you are getting £1,000 off the brochure price on this one. You get free Wi-Fi throughout the ship and all your excursions as well. As mentioned, complimentary wine, beer and soft drinks with your meals on board as well. Flights available from, now this is really good, from 5 UK airports with no supplement.
No supplement. Viking are brilliant like that. So again, you know, 5 ports of that, so we'll fly you out and get you out to Budapest.
And the ship latitudes, they differ slightly just depending on departure date. We'll talk you through that when you give us a call. And here's some of the highlights as well. I mean, you know, you've got 8 days on board, you've got 6 guided tours, so much to see and do on that one.
Yeah, and as I said, it's more or less an all-inclusive package, really. As I said, you've got your drinks with your meals, you've got your tours, and as I said, you know, remember you've got that apple strudel. So that's a second.
Do you know, I really feel like eating that now. And price-wise, now, the lead date there starts at that amazing price of 1,289 for the river view, but we've also got great prices on the French balcony and of course the verandas as well. But again, if you give us a call right now on that free phone number, our cruise consultants will talk you through.
They will.
But I tell you, we better have a quick recap. I think we were struggling without you tonight, I tell you, aren't we?
Well, I'll give you a bit, exactly, I'll give you a bit of information.
So, we started off with, it's been a brilliant show, I think you'll agree. We started off with P&O. This fantastic 40-night cruise. You've got Croatia, France, Italy, Venice, of course, and amazing value at just $729. Return flights based on London, but we've also got Birmingham, Manchester for a small supplement there. All your transfers, of course, as well. And it works out, we were saying, less than £53 per person per night, which is incredible. We then moved on to Thomson. Now, I'd love to do this at Christmas time, if I could. It'd be fantastic. But you are on board the wonderful Thomson celebration. Your chance, first of all, you get a free upgrade on this one, so you have that outside, and you get a free upgrade to all-inclusive. Return flights based on Gatwick also. We've got Manchester, Birmingham or Glasgow, depending on departure date. And again, even your tips and service charges are included. So you've got your drinks, you've got your service charges, and you're going to get great weather. 759, I like that one.
Good one, that one.
And a great vibe, great entertainment.
Yeah, the same. If you've not been able to Dubai before, it's a great way of seeing it.
Oh, lovely. We then moved on to Celebrity Eclipse, a ship that I love and adore. Chance to visit Fjords, and as Glenn points out, you get an extra night on this one, so you actually get an extra port.
Yeah, 8 days on this one, and as I said, the big selling one on that is the drinks package.
Yeah, well, definitely. If you upgrade to Ocean View, you'll get the free Classics drinks package, free car parking costs as well, and we've got a really good price set on a family of 4. And again, if you'd like to book that one, the ID number there is 107959. We then moved on to Royal Caribbean. I think to get a cruise over to Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia for under, I always think under £1,500 is good. This is 1259 with the lead date there, the 10th of January. You've got return flights based from London or Manchester, of course, as well, depending on dates. And also that extra 2 nights in a 4-star hotel in Singapore as well. Then, one of the biggest savings we have ever had from Princess Cruises, your chance of having that 14-night Baltic Heritage Cruise from Southampton. I think that one is a spectacular deal tonight. And, you know, that saving, it's way less than half price tonight. You've also got a chance to stay the night before in the Meon Valley Marriott in Southampton, so you get free parking there for 2 weeks. And you get that great overnight on board in St. Petersburg as well. And great time of year to go. You've got 2 dates there, either June or July.
The weather's going to be good.
Yeah.
The weather's going to be really, really good on there. So, as I said, it's a nice... It won't be too hot, it won't be too cold. It'll be just nice to explore, and that's what you're going to be doing in those ports.
That'd be fantastic.
Especially in Russia.
And it works out, say, under £440 per week on that one. And our final cruise is the river cruise. And say you've just come back from a taster river cruise, and this is your chance of cruising with Viking. They're the most popular when it comes to
They are the most popular,
cruises,
and as I said earlier, that's on the Danube, but they do all the other rivers in Europe. They do around the world. So again, give the guys a call. Have a look on the website. We've got all the Viking cruises on there all throughout the year.
And free Wi-Fi, complimentary wine, beer, soft drinks with your meals, of course. Choice of 5 UK airports, all of that, and free airport parking as well. We are going to leave you the details of that amazing Princess Cruise. Just we think we're going to be very, very busy for that one. Glenn, I know some of our ladies and gents, they may have never booked with Planet Cruise before.
Yep.
Maybe they use other agents. What would you say? Why Planet?
Because we've been on the ships. We experience the ships, we know what we're talking about, there's so much experience on there. We will find a cruise to suit you. If they are not the ones for you, we will find something for you. Just give us a call so we can have a chat with you.
And I want a great deal. Will you give us a great deal?
Oh, I'm sure if you phone up I can do you a deal.
No, it's true, and you've won numerous awards, of course, as well.
Yeah, we have, and as I said, the staff in there are very, very good. We'll look after you, and as I said, we win awards all the time.
And your customer service rating is always so high.
It's so high because we want to look after the clients that come back year after year, and that's what they're doing at the moment, and that's why we look after them.
And can I say, if you've never been on a cruise, promise me you'll book your first one tonight, because they are amazing.
Yeah, give the guys a call. They're sitting there, they're ready for the phone calls.
Actually, I think they'll all be on phones at the moment. But we are open till 10:30, even later.
And I'll be back in at 8 in the morning.
Yeah, so if I even speak to this gentleman, I'll see you up next. Take care.